Today I'm leaving from San Diego. I didn't film like me starting off from San Diego because I've started from San Diego so many times. I know people here, so that's why San Diego is always on my destination trip. And I just, I pound around the area. I just give some quick impressions of the DPRC, the Democratic People's Republic of California. Basically, California is kind of an interesting state. The people are kind of like, well, it is the way it is. One of the things I always find weird about California is how bad kind of their transportation system is. They got these huge highways that are 8 lanes across, and there's always traffic. And I'm kind of curious of whether or not there actually are traffic enforcement, because just kind of going around, I don't really see too many people obeying any kind of laws. But hey, maybe it's one thing. One of the things California allows you to do is, if you're on a motorcycle, is to actually split lanes. Meaning that if there's traffic, you can actually drive on the divider right between traffic. Personally, I'm not a big fan of doing that, but if you're stuck in traffic long enough, you start to do it as a motorcyclist. Personally, I'm not a big fan because all you need is just one person kind of swerving a little bit left to right. I've seen people in California do it when when they're going 40 to 50 miles per hour. Personally, when I do it, I make sure it's under 30 miles per hour. That's my point. But California is, of course, a very nice place. It's very gorgeous. They have a number of national parks and parks in their own right that you can go and see. Obviously, they're going through a lot of issues as well. Won't mention here because I really don't have an in-depth knowledge of a lot of them. But also, you always wonder about, when it comes to places like San Diego and LA, what would they do if they actually had a pouring downpour? Would the entire populace just go into a sheer panic? Who knows? It is California after all. So I busted through and just made a straight beeline to Las Vegas. I've been through this area of the country so many times. I just didn't really feel like I really wanted to spend a whole lot of time kind of rehashing it and taking a day or two to kind of get back through California. Plus, you know, for some reason, they're always trying to make sure that you're spending as much possible as you can at the gas pump. Because, you know, it's California after all. On Highway 15 between, you are here, Vegas up there, LA Basin down there. This is the desert. I passed the Mojave Desert. Over there in that direction is Death Valley. I've been to Death Valley. It's really hot. Whole lot of stuff in the area. I'm just kind of passing through because there's some stuff I want to do in Vegas. A lot of stuff to see, depending on how much, like what you're interested in. But when you're doing this highway, one of the important things to remember is, well, there's like a lot of small towns, and each has a little like niche to try and like track you in, to try and get you in. One had a statues of like Liberty. Others had a 1950s diner. They didn't do a real good job of advertising it. Otherwise, I might have stopped for either of those. I couldn't see them before the exit, and then you're passing them. You're like, is it worth it to take the next exit and turn around and head back? I tend to be on the no side. But hey, there's even plenty of animal life. Tortoises, goats. A whole lot in this area. Well, like a whole lot of desert stuff in the area. A lot of spectacular views. Obviously, probably not so spectacular like 200 years ago, because then you'd be looking like there's nothing here. No farmland, no water. But since you can bring it nowadays, it's a lot more hospitable, and you can enjoy it. But kind of pushing through, getting to Nevada, and it's weird when you actually get to Nevada, they actually announce that you've crossed the state line because they advertise, well, you can now it's time to fill up on gas. Because that's where the gas thing kind of comes from. Because, you know, for whatever reason, you know, they just charge way too much. But Las Vegas would be my final stop here. And, oh, obviously, you know, there's plenty to do in Vegas. And I couldn't wait to get here.